In today's video, we're going to be talking about a famous Jamaican dancehall artist, Vybz Kartel, celebrated for his lyrical creativity, cultural impact, and also known for his controversial public image. So stay tuned as we dive into the world of Vybz Kartel and his controversial lifestyle. Adidja Azim Palmer, better known as Vybz Kartel, was born on the 7th day of January 1976 in Portmore, Jamaica, the pulsing heart of Jamaican music and street culture. His upbringing in Portmore played a major role in shaping both his personality and the raw, street-centered perspective that later defined his music. Kartel grew up primarily under the care of his mother, who emphasized discipline and education despite limited resources. Like many Jamaican youths from inner city and suburban communities, he was exposed early to the realities of poverty, crime, ambition, and survival. These everyday experiences became central themes in his songwriting years later, giving his music an authentic voice that resonated with many Jamaicans. Academically, Kartel was known to be bright and articulate. He attended Calabar High School, one of Jamaica's prestigious all-boys school. While there, he stood out for his intelligence, lyrical ability, and sharp wit. His strong command of language, often reflected in complex wordplay, metaphors, and social commentary, can be traced back to his formal education and love for reading. Music entered Kartel's life at a young age. Growing up in a culture where dancehall and reggae dominated daily life, he was deeply influenced by artists like Bounty Killer and Shabba Ranks. As a teenager, he began writing lyrics and performing at local events, gradually earning a reputation for his clever punchlines and fearless expression. While growing up, he wasn't sheltered from the social tensions, political rivalries, and street dynamics of Portmore. These exposed him to both opportunities and danger. Rather than distancing himself from these realities, Kartel embraced them and turned them into creative fuel. This connection to his roots later helped him build a loyal fan base that saw him as a voice of the streets. Kartel's first official recording came in 1993 when he released Love Fat Woman, which he released on Alvin Reed's label One Heart under the name Adi Banton, to pay homage to the legendary Buju Banton. At this time, he was still a hungry teenager, hungry for artistic identity. Soon, he was part of a group called Vybz Kartel, a name he would keep for himself when the group dissolved. While still being a member of the group, he claims to have written nearly 30 songs. His early works were gritty, infused with bravado, social commentary, and the raw energy typical of dancehall's street roots. Throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s, Kartel developed his own style. Clever lyrics delivered with swagger, confidence, and incisive social commentary. His breakthrough arrived in the early 2000s, particularly with songs such as Romping Shop, which he released in 2009, and Clark's, released in 2010, became top hits both in Jamaica and internationally. The latter remained among top reggae singles in North America for weeks. His provocative styles earned him the nicknames World Boss and Teacher, which were reflective of his lyrical skill and unapologetic attitude. Kartel was more than a performer. He was a trendsetter. Dancehall culture began to borrow his style, catchphrases, and swagger, while established and emerging artists worldwide acknowledged his influence. Vybz Kartel's personal life has been as colorful and complicated as his lyrics. Over the years, he fathered 7 children with multiple partners, spanning relationships both in Jamaica and abroad. 2 of his sons, Jaheim aka Lyrical Vybz and Akil aka Lyrical Adidi, have followed his steps into music, carrying the family's artistic flame. His long-term relationship with Tanisha "Shorty" Johnson was one of his most enduring. They met in the early 2000s at a nightclub in Portmore and had 3 sons together. The relationship was widely publicized and often the subject of Kartel's music, including the 2020 album to Tanisha, dedicated to her. However, Kartel and Tanisha eventually parted ways. The split isn't usually described as a sudden public breakup announcement, but rather the result of strain from Kartel's imprisonment and personal challenges during that time. In interviews after his release, Kartel openly talked about how his time in prison put immense pressure on the relationship, because during his period of incarceration, Tanisha was unfaithful, something he publicly acknowledged and said he forgave out of understanding of the difficult circumstances. While Kartel's career thrived on controversy and public feuds, Tanisha remained largely away from the spotlight, choosing privacy over publicity. This contrast added a sense of authenticity to their relationship, suggesting a love built more on real-life connection than media spectacle. During the later years of Kartel's incarceration, he became closely linked with Sidem Öztürk, a British social media personality and entrepreneur with Turkish descent. She stood out in Kartel's life as a consistent, emotional, and public supporter at a time when his freedom and health were uncertain. After Kartel's release in 2024, the relationship became more public. The couple were frequently seen in Florida, where Kartel later confirmed he was residing. Kartel openly referred to Sidem as his fiancée, signaling commitment and long-term intention. Their public appearances and shared moments suggested stability and companionship following years of separation and confinement. Vybz Kartel has been associated with several business ventures over the years, some formally structured and others operating as brand-driven enterprises tied closely to his music career and public persona. While not all were registered corporations in the traditional sense, they functioned as income-generating businesses built around his influence and cultural power. The list includes, number 1, Adidjaheim Records. This is Vybz Kartel's primary record label and music business vehicle. Through Adidjaheim Records, he released much of his music independently, retained creative control, and managed distribution deals. The label allowed him to earn directly from recordings, publishing, and licensing, rather than relying solely on major record companies. Number 2, Portmore Empire. Portmore Empire functioned as both a music collective and a brand. Kartel used it to develop and promote upcoming artists, producers, and songwriters. While not a conventional company, it operated like a talent incubator, strengthening his influence in the dancehall culture and generating income through collaborations and productions. Number 3, Gaza Merchandise. Kartel monetized the Gaza identity through merchandise such as clothing, accessories, and branded items. The Gaza brand became a cultural symbol, especially among youths, turning fan loyalty into commercial value through streetwear and lifestyle products. Number 4, Cake Soap. Brand. One of Kartel's most controversial ventures was the Cake Soap, a skin-lightening soap he openly promoted. Despite heavy criticism and public debate, the product gained massive attention and sales, demonstrating Kartel's ability to convert controversy into commercial success. Number 5, Endorsement Deals. In 2008, Corey Todd, an American businessman, signed Vybz Kartel to an endorsement deal for Vybz Rum. The relationship between Todd and Vybz developed into a business partnership. Together they launched Dagger & Condom and Street Vybz Rum. However, Street Vybz Rum production was stopped in 2011 because of a disagreement between Kartel and Todd. But in 2012, the collaboration resumed as the two settled their differences. Apart from that, Kartel earned significant income through other brand endorsements, nightclub promotions, and event partnerships. His name alone could boost sales and attendance, making his personal brand a business asset. Number 6, Publishing and Songwriting Royalties. Beyond visible businesses, Kartel's songwriting catalog is itself a major business. He owns or controls rights to hundreds of songs, earning ongoing royalties from radio play, streaming, and international licensing. After his release from prison, Kartel made a lot of luxury purchases for himself and his family. He purchased a luxury home in Florida, showcasing a spacious interior, outdoor space, and a room for home studio. The house also came with a backyard pool overlooking Florida's picturesque, posh neighborhood. He shared a video tour praising the property as a product of his hard work. Aside from that, he made headlines after he showcased a luxurious property in Jamaica that captured widespread attention on social media and among fans. The mansion itself is striking. High boundary walls give way to sweeping architectural lines, expansive tiled walkways, and manicured outdoor space that reflect both privacy and grandeur. Videos shared by Kartel online reveal bright interiors with polished floors, designer furniture, and elegant lighting fixtures that underscore a taste for refined comfort. Chandeliers hang from high ceilings, and large windows offer views of the gardens and pool area, creating a sense of space that contrasts sharply with his earlier life. Outdoors, the estate features a large swimming pool and landscaped lawns, elements that give the property a resort-like feel, and a perfect backdrop for entertaining guests or simply relaxing in the tropical Jamaican climate. Fans and commentators alike have noted how the setting feels like a celebration of success, a place where Kartel can enjoy the fruits of his labor in peace and style. Inside, the mansion's layout appears designed for both family life and creative work. Kartel has pointed out spaces earmarked for a home music studio, an important nod to his identity as both an artist and entrepreneur, allowing him to continue creating and producing new music without leaving home. While Kartel now spends most of his time in the United States, his Jamaican mansion remains an important part of his home base, a place that connects him to the island that shaped his music, culture, and identity. Vybz Kartel previously owned a house in Havendale, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which came into public focus around 2011 in connection with a murder investigation. Over time, the property fell into despair and was described in media reports as overgrown and neglected. Former resident reports described it as a dumping ground after Kartel no longer owned it. In 2015, the house was demolished after Kartel's attorneys secured the necessary permits, as the structure had been damaged and burned during the events surrounding the case. Kartel also reportedly invested in real estate for family members, including buying a bigger house for his parents, transferring properties to his son, and purchasing land for his grandson. Apart from luxury houses, Vybz Kartel also has a nice taste for premium and status vehicles that matches his public image as a successful, influential dancehall figure. Whether it's rare supercars or everyday luxury for family, his car lifestyle has generated plenty of social media buzz and fan interest. His recent luxury car acquisitions include a 2025 Mercedes-AMG G63 wagon, a high-end SUV known for its powerful engine, rugged luxury design, and commanding road presence. He posted video footage of the matte gray SUV with black rims in Florida, captioning it "Too Easy." In addition to the AMG version, he has also shown off a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, a classic luxury SUV popular among entertainers and celebrities. Aside from that, he received a custom Lamborghini Huracan from Travis Scott as part of a promotional set of Jack Boys cars. This has special branding related to the upcoming Jack Boys 2 project and was shared on social media by several artists, including Kartel. Also, earlier in his career around 2010, Kartel famously owned a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, a full-size luxury sedan that was widely photographed and discussed in Jamaican media. It was regarded as a top-tier premium vehicle of that time. Reports claimed he also owned a BMW X6 in the past, a sporty, coupe-styled luxury SUV before his more recent acquisitions. Beyond his own cars, Kartel has been highlighted in social media for gifting luxury cars to his family members. He got a Mini Cooper for his daughter, Adiana, an Audi for his son, and also purchased a BMW for his mother, showcasing his appreciation to his mother and financial support and care to his family. Vybz Kartel also set social media buzzing when news broke that he had gifted his fiancée, Sidem Uzutürk, a Tesla Cybertruck, one of the most talked about and futuristic vehicles in the world. The bold, stainless steel electric truck instantly became a symbol of luxury, status, and Kartel's signature flair for making grand statements. The reported gift came during Kartel's post-prison era, a time when fans were closely watching his every move. Online reactions were immediate. Fans praised Kartel for spoiling his fiancée and celebrating love after years of hardship. Entertainment blogs and fan pages shared clips and posts discussing the gift, calling it another example of Kartel enjoying freedom, success, and the rewards of his long-standing career. Estimating the net worth of a global icon with entrepreneurial ventures and legal interruptions is tricky. Some sites suggest Vybz Kartel is worth around $5 million, reflecting earnings from music royalties, streaming, and catalog value. Other sites suggest his net worth is $6 million when including business ventures and ongoing digital income. Kartel's wealth is hard to pin down precisely because he has continued earning from music royalties and streaming, even during years he wasn't performing live or touring internationally. His music catalog, songwriting credits, and publishing rights contribute long-term to passive income. Another reason is because some estimates factor in brand ventures and past business activities, such as rum or merchandising, while others focus mainly on music revenue. Lastly, official audited financials aren't publicly available, so many figures are educated estimates rather than confirmed numbers. Perhaps no chapter of Kartel's life is as dramatic as his legal saga. On the 29th of September 2011, Kartel was arrested by the police for the possession of cannabis. Jamaica's Major Investigation Task Force. MIT later charged him with the murder of Jamaican businessman Barrington Burton, conspiracy, and illegal possession of a firearm. While in prison in 2012, his book, The Voice of the Jamaican Ghetto, Incarcerated but Not Silenced, co-written with business associate Michael Dawson, was published. Though Kartel was granted bail for the Burton murder on 23 March 2012 for $3 million Jamaican dollars, he remained in prison in connection with a second murder of Clive Lizard Williams of Waterford, St. Catherine. On 24 July, a juror found Kartel not guilty of the charge of murder of Barrington Burton. However, Kartel remained in custody pending the second murder case. His trial for the murder of Clive Williams started on 18 November 2013, and on 13 March 2014, he was found guilty by an 11-member jury, of which 10 found him guilty of the murder of 27-year-old Clive Lizard Williams, the 63. 5 days-long trial was said to be the longest in Jamaica's history. On 3 April 2014, Kartel was sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 35 years. Despite his incarceration in 2011, Vybz Kartel released new music prolifically. Jamaican prison officials denied allowing him recording privileges, and Kartel refused to state the exact source of the recordings, despite the lyrical content, including current events. In 2016, while in prison, Kartel released his most internationally successful album, King of the Dancehall, which peaked at number 2 on the US Billboard Reggae chart. The album included the single Fever, which topped various local music charts and became his most successful on streaming websites, earning it a gold certification. In January 2020, Kartel released a 10-track album, To Tanisha, which was dedicated to his ex-wife and mother of his 3 children, Tanisha Johnson. The album was co-produced with their respective record labels, Short Boss Music and Vybz Kartel Music. In April 2020, a 3-member panel of judges in the Jamaican Court of Appeal reaffirmed Kartel's conviction. On 17 April 2020, the Court of Appeal reduced Kartel's parole eligibility to 30 years and 6 months, citing failure to consider the time the singer had spent in jail while awaiting trial in 2014. While in prison, Vybz Kartel was diagnosed with Graves' disease, along with thyroid and heart complications. Reports said his neck and face became visibly swollen, and his eyes appeared to protrude, which were typical signs of severe unmanaged Graves' disease. Doctors noted that the illness severely impacted his heart function and could make him vulnerable to a heart attack or death in his sleep without proper medical care. Kartel's private physician testified about how badly the disease affected his thyroid and heart, stating he needed urgent treatment, and possibly surgery, because medication alone was not sufficient. On 14 March 2024, Kartel's conviction was struck out by the UK Privy Council due to juror misconduct, requiring the Jamaica Court of Appeal to decide if a retrial would take place. On 31 July 2024, Kartel, along with Sean Storm Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John, was freed after the Jamaica Court of Appeal declined to retry the case, citing expense, passage of time, and Kartel's declining health among the reasons. After his release from prison, Kartel has spoken about working on a health regimen outside of prison with medical support to manage Graves' disease and improve his overall well-being. In the end, Vybz Kartel's lifestyle stands as a powerful mixture of ambition, controversy, resilience, and reinvention. From the streets of Portmore to global recognition, Kartel has lived a life that mirrors the intensity of his music, unfiltered, bold, and impossible to ignore. His journey reflects not just wealth or fame, but a constant refusal to be defined by limitation, whether social, legal, or personal. Kartel's lifestyle has never been about quiet success. It is expressed through luxury cars, high-end homes, fearless self-expression, and unapologetic confidence. Yet beneath the glamour lies a deeper story of endurance. Even during his years of incarceration, he remained culturally relevant, releasing music, influencing trends, and sustaining a loyal fan base. Artists around the world, including Drake, have cited Kartel as an influence, while his ability to remain relevant, producing music from behind bars, is part of his legacy. Ultimately, Vybz Kartel's lifestyle is not just about riches or rebellion, it is about control over one's narrative. Love him or criticize him, Kartel has shaped his own path and forced the world to pay attention. Let's know your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Like and share.